All right. Well, now, without further ado, we got to get to the main event, Brian, because all of that was the SmackDown and everything was merely the appetizer, the soup zone, because the big meal was the following night, Backlash, and these people, the crowd was the matches were very good, but the crowd made it. Most of the matches were very good, but the crowd made it because it was. They were just having the time of their life. You could tell they were going batshit insane to be there no matter what was going on. And that's the kind of crowds that they need to be telecasting from around the world back to the people here to make themselves look like something. Because
make them competitive.
Yeah, well,
the fans,
yeah, because they're going to teach them something. Oh, we got to do this shit too, because they look like nattering nabobs of negativity compared to these people. I mean, you go back and you look at the footage from the 70s and 80s, and people are going batshit in a completely different way. But there was always noise. There was always something going on. Well, that's, what these people are, because it's, as they used to call in the business, virgin territory. When you opened up a market that hadn't had live wrestling in years, it was virgin territory, and the people would start reacting again like that because they were starved. And anyway,
what was Cincinnati like when Mid-Atlantic opened up?
Well, they didn't sing, and I would have hated to heard if they'd have tried. And there wasn't chants going on, back in those days, except if the babyface, if Ricky Steamboat was down, you go, Ricky, go, that type of chant. But they were on lockups. They were cheering, and the heel could fucking tease pulling hair, and it would sound like he just pulled out a goddamn blackjack. Because they hadn't been spoiled, and they hadn't been numbed to things by seeing it over and over again. And again, this crowd, they said, was 11,682, but it was the all-time arena gate record. So they paid money to be there. And they had a nice little cold open with the geography lesson on France and Lyon. And they said it was the third largest city in France with 500,000 people. So that, to me, the crowd is that much more impressive, because would that make top 35 cities in this country? 500,000 people?
I don't know.
Well, I thought you knew everything.
I don't know that. That's a good question.
Well, I know everything for money, but I don't know that. So the point is, they had a lot of people for the market paying extraordinary prices, and they wanted to have fun and be there, and they knew everybody's shit. That's who you heard about, the guys from the 90s overseas tours in the WWF talking about how, they were up on everything. They knew the programs. Yeah, they knew the words to the theme songs in a foreign language. So that's dedication. Anyway.
You used to hear that about Germany, the German fans.
That they were dedicated, or that they knew all the words to the theme songs in English?
Well, just when WWF started going over there, they were just incredibly dedicated fans.
But they still didn't learn a second language to be able to sing in it.
Well, a lot of the guys didn't have lyrics to their songs back then. They just came out to like whatever Jim Johnston.
And I like Jim Johnston as a person, but that's what some of them sounded like too. Goddamn! Even fucking Rodgers and Hammerstein didn't write 700 hits. So anyway,
there are people that talk about Jim Johnston like every song was a hit, like everyone was perfect. Not that, like, some were really fucking cheesy.
No, and some of them we just kept. And when somebody didn't have music, have we played that one lately?
Yeah, the Heavenly Bodies had like Jim the Anvil Neidhart's music or something.
Oh yeah. No, and that's not even a slight at Jim Johnston. But again, fucking Lennon and McCartney didn't fucking compose over 15 or 20 years. How many wrestlers came through there? So anyhow,
these fans are great.